So in this video, we're going to cover how you can use interactive posts to actually qualify your LinkedIn leads to put you in a position where you can really start to grow and scale with high quality leads and prospects. Now, you've probably seen them everywhere, especially in the past. There was a time where they were really popular, which is LinkedIn polls. And you probably think that they're a bit of a cheap trick for engagement. And I could say that you are half right. Most people do use them that way, but I find that the top 1% actually use them as a sophisticated lead qualification tool. With poll reach up over 200% this last year, it's one of the most underutilized strategic weapons on the platform. I've actually leveraged this in the past to help to grow my brand to over 55,000 followers. And in this video, I'm giving you the entire playbook. I'm about to show you how you can turn a simple poll into a predictable pipeline of high ticket clients. And as you can see here, it led me to over 55,000 followers, 10 million impressions on the platform. And I'm sure you want a calendar that looks full like this with high quality prospects sending you inbound direct messages with Stripe payments that look like these types of ones that you see on screen. So if all of that's attractive, then stay tuned here, because the old way of using polls is basically asking broad generic questions just to get a reaction, like what's your favorite business book, or do you prefer coffee or tea? And this basically tells you nothing about who a potential client actually is. So the new way, the influx way, as I like to call it, is to use polls actually as a diagnostic tool. So basically you're using them to gather data on your audience's biggest pains. You're not just making conversation, you're actually conducting market research in public. Now, a strategic poll really has three core parts. The first part is that it starts with a high ticket pain point, a real compelling pain point, not just any problem, but a problem that your ideal client would actually pay to solve. Now, the second component is that the options are framed as stages of that problem. So for example, a poll for a sales coach might be, what's your biggest challenge when closing high ticket deals? And then the options might be A, getting the first call, B, handling price objections, or C, closing the deal. Now you can see how this instantly segments your audience by their specific need. The third thing is that you want to always include an other basic comment below option within the poll, and this becomes your secret weapon to then spark deeper conversations in the comment section as well. Now, the benefit of doing all of this is then you can specifically see who left each answer. So it creates a great opportunity for you then to follow up, send an inbound DM, send an outbound, I should say, direct message to that individual so that you can spark a deeper conversation and potentially find yourself a client, all from this simple strategy. Now, as I'm touching on that, really the important part is actually the follow-up, right? You don't want to just pitch. You actually want to provide specific value based on how they voted. So for the person who voted, for example, A, getting the first call, you could send a DM that says something like, hey, name, saw you voted on my poll. I actually have a great checklist for starting conversations that might help. Do you mind if I send it over? Now, for the person who voted B, which was handling price objections, you could send over a link to a case study. So you're basically personalizing your outreach at scale and turning a simple poll vote into a value-driven conversation. And this is how you move from a poll to actual pipeline. So basically the message here is really to stop using polls for vanity metrics and start using them as the intelligent data-driven tool that they are. And this is a core part really what we'd refer to as authority as a system, the type of thing we build out for clients. If you want to see a free training of what this would actually look like for you to get you to a point where you're having clients on autopilot, all specifically through LinkedIn, then just click a link that I'm going to leave in the description box below of this video, where you'll be able to watch that free training and that breakdown. It will explain the entire system to start to get you high ticket, well qualified clients directly through LinkedIn. So I hope that you found this video useful and helpful. I've enjoyed recording it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.